Sorry, kids, having troubles recording this video. This is about my fourth try. Let's see if we can get it right. There's our first problem. I'm going to copy down the important information, draw my diagram, find my z-scores. So there's my important information, mean, standard deviation, what I'm looking for. Here's my diagram. X-scores on top, z-scores in blue underneath. Notice how on the diagram I have it moving in z-scores, so 85, 81, 77, moving down by 4, the standard deviation. You can see 81's 2 standard deviations below, 101's 3 standard deviations above. I put my score in of 87. That's going to be between 0 and -1 for a z-score. I shaded the area. That's going to be less than half. Did not do a good job with my inflection points on this diagram. I'll try to do a better job the next time. Okay, pause this at any time if you want to try stuff before I show it. So next I'm going to calculate my z-score. There's my x. And if you didn't catch it, whoa, let's move that. There's how you calculate the z-score. Observation, 87 minus the mean, 89 divided by the standard deviation. There's that z-score where I expected. I look it up on my tables, -0.50. Damn it, I keep looking up the wrong things. 3085. Good thing I looked at that again. 3085. My mistake, kids, there. Now let's try putting it in over here. 0.3085. Didn't go. 0.3085. Hit enter. Yay, I got it right in front of you guys. Good for me. So that's me doing the first one. Oh, you know, I forgot to show you some other stuff on that. So pause here. So z-scores, like I did here, are the traditional way to do it. You can also do this on technology. So if I go into my calculator, apps, flash apps, stats list editor, I go into F5 up here. I find my normal CDF. I click on that. -999, -0.5, mean is 0, standard deviation of 1. I hit enter. Got to hit it again. I get my 0.3085. You can see it up there at the top. Okay. I can do this again differently here. Notice normal CDF. We could do this. I'm going to do -9999. Let's make this, what was it, 87. Our mean was 89. Our standard deviation was 4. We can put it in like that. We hit enter. You're going to see that exact same number come up. Whoops, hit enter again. There's our 3085. Don't forget you can do this from the home screen. Catalog, flash apps. I already got normal CDF selected. We got that there. I can come in there. -999, comma, -0.5, comma, 0, 1, low score, high score, mean, standard deviation, enter. There's our 0.3085. You can do this without the mean and standard deviation. It assumes it's 0 and 1. Same number comes up. I can do it like I did on the last screen and showed you, -999, comma, what was our high score? 87, comma, mean of 89, comma, standard deviation of 4, and I'm going to get that exact same number. You notice nothing different down there. Same numbers coming up every time on there. I can also do this online. So I posted this this online. There's the website, online stat book normal distribution calculator. I posted a link to this in the updates. So I'm going to pause this for a second. Okay, so I got my mean and standard deviation. We want to go below on this one. We had 0.50, 0.50. Put that in, I hit recalculate. Oops, I made a mistake. I should have had negative. I can see that's above the mean there. And the score is way too big. There's my 0.3085. Now, again, here you can do this with the, and notice they got the graph up there that looks just like the one that we did too, pretty much. Now, I can do this with that mean of 89, standard deviation of 4. We're going below 87. And you can see up here it's already changed the graph to the same numbers I had on mine. I hit enter, and it looks just like the one I did, except it's done a better job with the inflection points. There's our 0.3085 at the bottom. That's taking you through the stuff, and this takes longer than I thought it did. I guess that first video I didn't forget to pause it. Skip into number 2. Okay, here's number 2, which is actually number 3. The thing, except this time it's greater than 39. So I'm going to write this out and I'll show it to you a second. Remember, greater than on the tables, we got to do it differently. On the technology, it's a different thing. Hold on. Okay, so there's the second one. There's my drawing. There's my important information. So I can clearly see I should get the score between -1 and -2. It's going to be a little closer to -2 than -1. I should get a fairly big area under my curve. Okay, so there's my computations. Remember, the tables give us below a score, so we have to do the subtraction here. Since I want above -1.57, I have to do 1 minus the probability z less than or equal to -1.57. Remember, in a continuous distribution, the or equals doesn't really make a difference. 1 minus 0.0582, which I got off my tables. I went to -1.5, and then you can see, it's hard to do this, right about there. There's my 0.582. That's from my 07 column. I know it's hard to do on this. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to pause. Okay, so on my normal CDF on the calculator, this is at and above. So notice my low end is the -1.577. I'm going up to a high end of 999. There's my 0 and the 1. We should see that come up. Oh, there's 0.94179. That rounds to my 0.9418, which you can see I subtracted a minute ago on this calculator. Again, I'm going to pause this. Okay, I put 39 my low score, 999 for my high score, 50 for my mean, 7 for my standard deviation. Whoa, what did I do wrong here? Oh, that's just going to be a little rounding error right there. If I put that in, so the computer should be able to catch those errors. I've got it so it can catch some of that stuff. Let me go up here a little bit. And 57143. And come in here. Whoops. Shoot, that's not the one I wanted. I want to get this one. Bring it down here. Come over. .143. I should get something a little closer to that number. See, as I went more decimals, it came out exactly closer. I got it set up so that it takes a little error and it'll pick up that stuff on the calculator if you do it on those. There is, like I said, some built-in error on the computer, so just wanted to show you those come out to basically the same thing. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm going to put in our scores right here. What did we have there? 0.9418. So let's try that 0.9418. And we can check our answer. And it tells us excellent, even though we were off by 1,000th. Again, that's just that rounding that we do. It's built in to catch that error. Here's the between. On this one, I'm going to start skipping some of this stuff because I got to make this shorter. I'm going to write it up really quick here so you can see how to do it with the z-scores in the table. Can't remember if I showed you that one. There's the next question. So did my usual, wrote down the mean, standard deviation, what I'm looking for. There's my little drawing. Negative z-scores, one between -2 and -3, one between -0 and 1, -1 I should say. Calculate them out, go through it. Notice when you do this, you have to do a subtraction. The probability z is less than the high score, -0.60, minus this. I had to switch these around here. This became high, this became low. It's got to be like that, kids. Makes sense with the table. I get my answer like that. I checked it on my calculator here. I didn't check it with my z-scores. You can see here my normal CDF, low is 69, high is 79. My mean of 82, my standard deviation of 5. You can see that number that's going to round to 0.2696. You can see my calculation right above it that I did here. Let's check our answer, 0.2696. Enter, yay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, I'm running short on time. This is taking way too long. So these are just more the same thing. It's just writing out the question. The first thing you've got to do for like this number 4 is write out the question. Let me change my pen color here. So I read this. And I'm just doing the same stuff I did before. I've got a mean of 20.3. I got a standard deviation of 6.2. Part A, less than 17, that's probability X is less than 17. And it's just the same as we did before. I'm sure the rest of these are just like that. Okay, so I'm going to move on to this one. Those other questions are just the same thing, the same question. Some are words, some are diagrams. What does this do? No, that's not what I wanted to do. I was going to see if I could turn around and see me. Let's see if this does it. Nope. I see what we're doing there. But these last ones too. So look this up in the book. I forget the page number on. It's right on the end. I don't have the book in front of me. If it goes outside 3 standard deviations, it's out of control. Or if you think you get 3 of 4 consecutive ones more than 2 standard deviations away, which is the dashed line. So this one's going to be fine. Everything's within 2 standard deviations. There might have been one other condition there. 9 consecutive points either above or below it. 3 point lies 3 standard deviations. They give you the conditions right in these answers. Over here, it's kind of cut off a little bit. There you are. In control, none of the 3 warning signs are detected. That's going to be this one. 2 of 3 consecutive points more than 2 standard deviations. That's the dashed line. Check your answer. We're going to be good. Let's go to the next question. It's the same sort of thing. This one, I can see that point right there. That's more than 3 standard deviations away, so that's going to fail. Point lies more than 3 standard deviations, that's B. So they give you the conditions right in these answers. Read them carefully, you'll get it. practice them. Okay, that's it. I'm going to try posting this. Aloha. Hope this helps some.